today. 3-1 was the final in favor of the European side. Mark, what do you make of this? It was 3 out of the 4 rounds didn't go to the 16th hole. Looked like Europe had full control in the early stages.
Well, what I make of it was it was a near disaster for the U.S. I mean, this was the worst thing that could have happened, for Keegan Bradley, the U.S. captain. The best thing could have happened for Luke Donald, the European captain, who heard a lot of silence out there. The narrative of this entire week was that Bethpage Black and, the loud fans of New York were going to rule this place. And when you walked around there, it was like a morgue out there. The U.S. just wasn't making putts. The Europeans, as they usually do, were making a lot of putts. This felt almost, by the end of the morning session, it almost felt like a European home game. It was a very, very odd feeling out there. What I would say is the U.S. potentially could have been saved by that last match with Patrick Cantlay and Xander Schauffele that ended up winning that. In Rome 2 years ago, the U.S. lost 4-0 in this session, and we're on the back foot for the entire rest of the way and never got close. So this afternoon is massive right now. You got Scheffler back out again, which is important. DeChambeau and Ben Griffin, I think, is a really good team. So I mean, they need to tighten this thing up a little bit. They can't lose 3-1 again in this session, because it just that deficit just makes guys press, and more than they're already pressing now. So I feel like they need to probably at worst split this afternoon session, which would be very manageable to just be a couple down going into the Saturday matches.
Do you think the weather played a big factor this morning? And obviously things a little bit clearer now, and then for the rest of the weekend, how do you think the weather is going to shape up?
I think the weather's going to be, it looks like it's going to be fine the rest of the week. I mean, the only thing the weather did yesterday when it rained was just soften the golf course up. I don't think it had any effect on the play today. I just think the effect of the play today was the Europeans making putts, and that's kind of what they always do better than the U.S. for some reason in these matches. And I'm a bit surprised at how things unfolded in the morning, because I really thought, particularly the DeChambeau-Thomas grouping going out first, it started great. I mean, DeChambeau almost drives the green, and they birdie the first hole, they win the first hole, but everything seemed to go downhill from there. So until the last match with Cantlay and Schauffele.
Mark Cannizzaro, the New York Post. Mark, thank you for the time.
Sure.